Hello everyone, my name is Tabitha Faith and welcome back to my channel. We have a lot of catching up to do, guys. So I'm just gonna jump right in. Guess what I did? I started prep 7 weeks ago. Guess what I did yesterday? I stopped prep after 7 weeks.
Not feeling good, head on the table, she's feeling tired. Blood red nails, letting her hair down, brain overwired. As she tiptoe, dipping in her heels, cause the music got her flowing, floating in her feels. Ain't she tired of all these strip deals, stripping on her bills? She ain't righteous. The righteous, sweet child, don't end up on the wrong side of town. Smile on her face, eyes round, sweet child. Watching a screen, powdering noses, waiting to be seen. It seems like life's no coming out roses, not like she dreamed. As she tiptoe, dipping in her heels, cause the music got her flowing, floating in her feels. Ain't she tired?
So let's go ahead and rewind a little bit. What does prep mean? Prep means I was actually going to be dieting down, preparing to get on stage for a bodybuilding competition. Yes, bikini bodybuilding division is the one that I was going for, which totally makes sense. I'm sure a couple of you guys did kind of figure it out just with watching my vlogs and everything and kind of the specific muscles that I've been building. It's very bodybuilding for bikini. So that's what I've been preparing for actually this entire year. But then officially on July 2nd of about a month and a half ago, me and my coach decided we are going to do a full prep. And the goal was to actually get on stage in October of this year. But as we all know, COVID and just life in 2020 is kind of like shambles, guys. It's shambles. So it didn't quite happen. So let's go ahead and back it up to July 2nd, which was my first day of prep.
So guess what? Today is day 1 of prep. My first ever prep. I am really excited and I am kind of like, I feel like I'm ready, you know.
On July 3rd, the day after starting prep, I ended up getting my results from some blood work I did. Now, some things that had happened before this that I hadn't really told you guys is in about March, April timeframe, I actually did a little bit of a mini cut. Now, that was about 4 or 5 weeks and I didn't drop at all. Like, I didn't drop any weight during that time. So we kind of had that thought of, something was a little bit off and that's a little bit weird because, you know, with what we had done, I should have dropped a little bit, but I didn't. So we had actually decided to do some blood work to find out if there was something else going on in my body. Well, ended up finding out that yes, actually, my hormones are not so happy right now is a nice way of putting it. And I'm not a doctor, but I did have an amazing person to talk to, Joanna from Hormone Logic. She is a hormone specialist based out of Florida, and she actually had all of my blood tested, and she went over the results with me. While nothing was like horrible, one thing that she did say was that my thyroid seems to be pretty off. So she thinks it might be a little bit of hypothyroidism. She's like, it looks like it's like early stages and stuff, but... So what is hypothyroidism? Basically, hypothyroidism is when your hormones, your thyroid, which really produces a crap ton of your hormones, is not producing the hormones that it needs to be producing to make your body go. Now, what exactly does that mean? Like, what does the thyroid actually tell your body to do? Well, it actually does a lot of things, guys. I didn't know that, but it does a lot of things that are really, really, really important. For example, your thyroid can control your weight. Also, it controls your temperature, sleeping, digestion, just, kind of normal things of living that your body should be able to do. It kind of is like the cogs that make all of it work that you don't realize is really important if it's not working. But if it's not working, your body's not gonna work. You're not gonna lose weight. Like, it's not gonna work, guys. Sorry, bad news. It's not happening. So most doctors, when you go to them, they will look at all your different, like, the hormones that it produces. So the thyroid produces some hormones that they label like T1, T2, T3, T4. Again, I don't know exactly the specifics, but the way that Joanna actually described it to me is it's like you have a car. Your body is a car. Now, one of the T's, so we'll, for fun, call it T2, is the key to the ignition. So you put the key, which is the T2, into the ignition, and when you turn it on, that starter, which tells the engine to start running, is T3. The engine is T4. So T4 is the running engine, but kind of it's like that starter is T3. Now, my T4 was a little bit low, but not alarming. My T3, which tells the engine to start running, that is really, 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 really low. Great. So basically what she said is she's like, you don't have hypothyroidism, but you kind of have the precursor for it. And most doctors would say, hey, wait until all the T's aren't working, and then we'll put you on medicine and start treating it as hypothyroidism. But we decided, let's actually kind of be a little bit more proactive and see if we can, fix the problem before it becomes a huge problem and, it gets really bad. Now, I want to be also clear, one thing that kind of made me freak out a little bit in this clip is hypothyroidism or problems with your thyroid normally don't happen until you're in like your 40s. Usually females in like 40s, 50s, and like as you age, then you start having usually issues with your thyroids. I'm 27. So the fact that I'm having thyroid issues is very alarming and definitely freaked me out a lot. Like, I was really freaked out, as you can see by this clip. So I'm kind of like a little bit overwhelmed with all of it because, I'm 27. I don't want to commit to signing up for a medicine for the rest of my life just to feel energetic and to sleep and to like I should not be feeling overwhelmed by this. Like, it's just like something a lot of people have. Like, a lot of people have this. I just didn't expect it to be like something I want to deal with. And like, I really want to get on stage in October. Like, I feel like it's finally something that like I've been working for, and I'm sorry. It's just a little overwhelming. And like, even starting this, like, my biggest thing always was like my health and needing to like have my body be functioning properly so that way, I do feel good. I do feel energetic, and from what I felt a year ago, I feel so much better, but like it just still seems a little bit off. And so like a part of me kind of wants to be like, all right, let's just go on the thyroid medicine because I'm gonna feel really good in 2 weeks, and then like we'll do the show in October and like everything will be functioning properly. But then there's also the other part of me that's like, if you do that, you're signed up for it for the rest of your life. And that's a big commitment. So with this new information of finding out what was going on, there was 2 options that I had of what I wanted to do. One of them is I would go kind of a natural way of eliminating some things in my diet, adding a couple of supplements like iodine and adrenal support and a couple of other things, and seeing if that would happen, if like it would help. And then in a couple of months I would then get blood work done again to see if the T3 was suddenly on board with these changes. So that was the way that, like, it's a little bit more natural, but it does take time, unfortunately, and then you have to do blood work again. So I was like, okay, that's a lot. What's my other option? Well, guess what you could do? You could jump onto hypothyroidism medicine, which is medicine that you're going to take for the rest of your life. The idea of putting myself onto medicine for the rest of my life, I didn't like that idea. And I'm 27. This is a really big thing. I started freaking out of, I'm 27 years old. Why am I having this happen to me? I was kind of a little bit frustrated, not gonna lie. I finally was able to start prep and like shows were open, and I just felt like, no, I'm not going to let 2020 beat me. I'm going to have a good freaking year, and I'm gonna accomplish one of my big goals, which was to get on the freaking stage and show off my muscles. And yes, totally a vain goal, but I have worked so hard for this, I wanted to do it. But what I decided to do was we were gonna go the natural way, see if that worked, and we were gonna continue prep. Now, the only way that Shelby would let me do this is if I promised her a couple things. One of them was I would tell her if I wasn't feeling good. I would be very, very in tune with my body. I would pay attention to it, and I would make sure to tell her if I was feeling extremely like out of it. Now, I understand that in a prep, it's not prepping's not fun. Like, you're going to have lower energy and it's not going to be as great. Like, you're going to feel tired, but she was like, you will know a difference. Like, you will feel a difference if you're just like, yeah. So we went through all this, and I was like, yes, pinky promise, I will tell you if I'm not feeling good and I'm feeling super off. Now, okay, here's where I need to be totally honest with all of you guys. As much as I like preach, listen to your body, I'm really bad at it. Once I set my mind to something, I'm gonna do it. So I knew that I can have a tendency of ignoring my body and stressors and things like that. So I was like, I'm gonna try my hardest to pay attention and not just kind of go with it, even though I have that history in the past. So promised her that I would do that. And she said that, look, what we'll do is we will know if it is a bigger issue if you don't start dropping weight with all the natural ways and stuff. So I was like, okay, cool. If we don't see myself dropping in a couple of weeks, then we'll pull out of it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just going to enjoy every single day as it comes, be super excited about it, and enjoy this ride. Oh man, guys. Oh man, guys. If I could tell you everything that has happened in the last 7 weeks, you would totally understand why my stress went skyrocketing. All those things totally are things that I knew that I was gonna have to deal with, but they definitely hit me a little bit harder than I realized that they were hitting me, and it was shown by this last week. 2 days ago, or a day yesterday, I don't even know, time goes by so weird nowadays, I started getting hives all over. And so that is like, I already have red cheeks and the zits aren't really helping, but there is one that's like right here and it hurts so bad. Like I can't, it itches. But the worst ones are actually, I've got to look at this. Like it is all red. And then I also have them over here, like, and all over my arms, and the itch really bad, and I don't like them, and I was just like, ugh. And then the worst one is like that plus like, I don't know why I'm breaking out like crazy because it's not even my period right now. I guess I did have a pretty stressful weekend just with like a lot going on, so I think that might be it. But yeah, no, I don't know. But these are getting worse. I don't know what's going up. They just are randomly popping up now, and they itch really, really, really bad, and I'm tired, and yes, I'm complaining, but I don't know why I'm randomly getting these bumps, and they're still here. They're kind of getting better a little bit, so this one's not. This one is terrifying, to be honest. Like, this one is the one that itches probably the most. I think that's one coming in, but again, I don't know if it's like that one's coming in as a zit or it's like the rashes. There's a lot of questions going on in my mind that I have no idea. And as you can see, my neck is still but they're still here. And then this is still red. I think that's a new one. I don't know. We're on day 8. Today is day 8 of random hives everywhere. And it's day kind of 2, kind of 3 of taking prednisone. Fun fact, prednisone makes you hold water, like a lot of water. So I'm feeling puffy. I'm having to remind myself that prednisone makes you hold water. So does Benadryl. And I'm also taking Benadryl in the evenings to help me sleep, and it does help with the itching, so that's good. And then I'm on this like steroid, topical steroid. My neck is the one that's killing me, and it looks horrible. It looks horrible, people. So if you're wondering how my prep is going, this is how it's going. So I don't know. When I am working out, that's not fun. That probably isn't helping it, to be honest, the working out, because every time I get hot, it irritates them more. But I'm in prep. So I had that reaction, and at first I thought it was from me eating a kiwi, but to be honest, I don't think that's what it was. I really don't think that's what it was. I have no idea what I had an allergic reaction to. Honestly, I have no idea. I talked to my coach and I told her we had a check-in on Thursday, and she was like, "What do you want to do?" And she's like, "Your cardio is already pretty high, so I mean, I really wanted to see a drop, to be honest, and not have to like add more." I was like, "Okay, no. Like, I am optimistic about this. 2 more weeks. Give me 2 more weeks. We'll just do this. Everything will be fine." And that was on Thursday. I will also throw out there that right before this happened, I wasn't really losing, like I wasn't dropping. So I was prepping for 7 weeks, and I dropped about, I think like 2 or 3 pounds, nothing significant, with the amount of calories I was burning with my cardio and my macros like being where they were. I definitely should have been dropping a lot faster than I was. Then on Friday, I had a little bit of a moment where all of a sudden I looked at everything I have going on in my life. Just kind of thinking through all of that, I was like, okay, I am being optimistic about being able to do a show. And I think I'm probably hurting my body more than I should be just with everything. I ended up texting her and I was just like, "Hey, I want to stop now. Let's go ahead and get back into a reverse, build up muscles, and then look at it for 2021. Because it is my goal. Like, I am an extreme person. I am a competitor. I am an athlete. I always have been for my entire life. And this was something that I put my mind on, and I was going to do it. Like, it didn't matter. I was going to do it. And I worried that I wasn't listening to my body and like some of the signs that maybe I should be listening to, because I was going to do this. And I can say without a doubt that during those 7 weeks, I did everything I was supposed to. I hit my steps, I hit my macros, I drank my water, I worked out, I hit my cardio, everything. I did it all. And so in one sense, I'm thinking, okay, I did it all, and my body wasn't responding. So this is a bigger red flag. Like something else is going on, and I need to kind of take a step back, and something's got to give, and the bodybuilding competition is what needs to happen. That's now been a couple of days since then, because I think today is Sunday, and that was Friday, so I've now been on a reverse diet for one day, and I'm definitely, so along with that, also something at work ended up finally getting off my plate. So 2 big giant stressors suddenly on Friday actually ended up going away. And I don't want to say that I think this allergic reaction is from like stress or anything. Like I think I genuinely had an allergic reaction to something. I don't know what it was, but I do have this strange suspicion that it might have been prolonged and even worse because of my stress levels. That's just a hypothesis because it's been 2 days and these are the best it's looked. And while my competitive brain is like, why did you do this? This sucks. Like you had a goal and you were going to accomplish it and you failed. And like I am definitely fighting that of no. Take a step back, Tabitha. Think about all the reasons that you needed to do this right now and how great it is going to be when I finally do accomplish this goal, because I will accomplish this goal. I will get onto a bikini bodybuilding stage, by golly. I will show off my sparkles. I will show off all the work that I've put into this, and it is going to be an incredible, incredible accomplishment that I am so excited about putting the effort in. But right now is not that time, and I thought I would just kind of give you a little bit of a life update as far as what's been going on, because it has been a lot. A lot has happened in the last 7 weeks. Anyways, everyone stay safe out there, and thank you so much. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you want to subscribe, that really helps my channel. Super helps my channel. So, alright, thank you guys so much. Bye-bye.
Just a lost girl in the city of lust. Been through a few wars, but she wants to be loved. And she